I unmuted the mics.
Hell yeah.
I unlooped the video and audio.
Ooh.
2024 is off to a heck of a start, Blair, and it's good to see you, friends. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it may be in your neck of the woods. Welcome to the first brunch gimmick of 2024. If you're tuned in for the first time, feel free to throw us a like, a subscription. Just stay tuned for the next little bit. Hang out as we recap the week in wrestling and tune into some Love Pro Wrestling at Clandestine Wrestling Society collaborations a little bit later on in the stream. And if you're tuned in for the, well, what episode are we on? We're a couple of years into this. Episode 700 of the Brunch Gimmick. If you're tuned into episode 700, thank you. Let us know in the comment section if there's anything you want to chat about this. Well, again, morning, afternoon, whatever. Let us know. But let us know you're here. It is good to see you, Blair. It is good to see you, you handsome individual. How was your New Year's?
It was very quiet. I mean, it's great to see you. Happy to be here for another Sunday. But we put on Hunger Games movies, and was it Hunger Games? Yeah, the Hunger Games movies. Fell asleep during the first one, fell back asleep during the second one, got woken up at midnight, back to bed. It was a great night. Like, I have no
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I was very much the same. However, like I just stayed at home. I'm not like a big clubbing guy or anything like that. Like, I enjoy a beer, but like I'd much rather sit down at a table and chat with people. I can't dance. I am terrible at it. I'm bad at math, so even the countdown gets difficult at points. I don't need any of that. So I actually ended up watching Forrest Gump, but I ended up starting it at like 10:15 or something like that, because if you time it right, there's all those memes and stuff that go around. So if you time it properly, you can ring in the new year with Lieutenant Dan, and you can ring it in like when they celebrate at the new year. So I did that.
Might
Speaking
as
of
well.
celebrations,
Oh,
hi, Marz.
look at Mars.
Hey,
You're tired today, but how are you otherwise?
I'm very good, since you know what happened. I'm very good. I got back literally this morning, like 1 a.m. So like I woke up and looked at the time, like, oh yeah, I told Spencer to be at brunch. So here I am.
Well, welcome. Where's Lawrence? We need more Lawrence. You're the one who told us you wouldn't be here, dude.
Yeah,
You've got the link.
Lawrence.
You can't ask where you're not at.
If Mars can get the link, you can get the link. And that's nothing against Mars. That's everything for you, brother. Come on.
I get the link whenever I want the link.
Get
Okay,
yourself
guys.
together. I saw you were training at the Lionsgate Dojo while you were out in Vancouver. How was it?
It was a lot of fun. Baroni was the one leading the classes. Good old Tony Baroni, Uncle
Style.
Daddy. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I stayed there for all 3 classes because they did the 3 classes in one day session. So there was like the cardio, intermediate, advanced. Yeah, no, I was there for about 5 hours. I had a blast.
Sweet.
And boy, Ophelia, good to see you. But I can't say I'm not a little bit hurt by that, homie.
I'm
Worst
here,
brunch
Ophelia. It can't be
ever.
that bad.
We're officially over as far as 2024 goes. What can you do? We are 2 for 2 as far as I'm concerned for great editions of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. SmackDown in Vancouver this Friday night. Last Friday night, I suppose, as Katy Perry would phrase it. But a hell of a show. Marzi, what was it like? I haven't had the chance to go to a SmackDown since they were in Calgary. What was the show? From a viewer standpoint, it was great. But what was it like being there live?
So I guess I don't know if Blair knows this, but I'll let the cat out of the bag for people watching. I was backstage on Friday nights. I had extra work for them. Obviously, like we weren't used as extras, so we just got to chill backstage. It was a lot of fun. I had a blast there actually. I chilled. I watched it with Zoe and Sean Moore, and we had a good time. It was a blast. We were backstage. We shook people's hands. Bobby Lashley's and a bunch of other people. Triple H himself said hi to us.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I had a blast. You could tell I was excited though, because they have us do like medical before the show to see if you can do like physical work.
Yep.
And the woman took my heart rate and she's like, "Your heart rate's really high." I'm like, I think I'm just excited.
No, obviously, like give what you can. But was that your first time backstage for WWE? Because they've been around this neck of the woods pretty consistently. Rad. I did the
AEW Winnipeg last year.
Yeah.
And then this is my first WWE one.
Good on you, homie. Good on you.
That's
Ophelia
awesome.
hopping in. Chelsea Green in the Canucks gear was great. Hey, I know a guy who interviewed Chelsea Green a couple of weeks ago that quite literally yesterday dropped an exclusive over on lovewrestling.ca. Talking about her work with the Vancouver Canucks. Talking about her work with the BC Lions as a WWE ambassador. Everybody's here. Zach. Unfortunately, sorry, Ophelia. It's not Lawrence, so still worst brunch ever. I'm kidding. We love you.
I could pretend to be Lawrence.
Please don't take my sarcasm for not loving you, homie. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, that gear was fantastic. That entire show I really thought was great. Like, man, it's cool to see AOP back. I've got to admit right off the bat, I wasn't the biggest fan of their first run, at least on the main roster. Like, their NXT run with Paul Ellering off the bat was real cool. But seeing them up there, seeing Ellering, Karrion Kross, and
Killer Cross.
Charlotte, I'm real
That's
excited.
a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Probably since MLW, but we ain't talking about them. But it's really, really cool. I'm really excited to see where it goes. I'm really, really excited to see sort of like, it's a very lofty comparison, so please take that asterisk. But like, I sort of see Ellering and Karrion Kross as like almost a Punk and Paul Heyman in the sense that both of them are really great promos. I'm excited to see what the dynamic there is going forward. Again, I know how lofty that comparison is. Don't get me wrong, but I'm really, really excited to see how they all play off of each other, because it's very, very much not your traditional, there's the one mouthpiece and you're one big, it's a different faction. I'm liking it. Blair, I'll turn to you because I've talked a lot. I can shut the F up.
I like the fact that they're back. I mean, I think they've been signed for a while still, but now's the time that they've actually implemented them back into the roster, and having them matched up with Cross, I think it's different, especially when it comes to the factions. So many times there'll be, the delegated roles, but with this one, you do have, three bigger guys, three powerhouses in there, but you have two different mouthpieces. I think it's interesting. I'm curious just to see how well it'll work out as it plays out more with storylines. But for the get-go, I'm very intrigued by this little faction formation.
Now, I do apologize because he's getting kind of loud with it, but my dog is in the back right now. He's eating a full Kong of peanut butter.
Let's go, Rip.
Yeah, so I am not, in case you pick up any sounds, I'm not watching anything weird. It's my dog eating peanut butter. And
That's okay.
Well, we're past the 10-minute mark, so at least you can curse, but I'm not starting the new year off like that on YouTube.
I mean, if we're talking about disruption, like I said I was going to join brunch today, and I was all gung-ho. I was ready to jump on screen, and I realized my desk is still like Christmas layout. Like I had to tuck it into the corner while the tree would normally be back here. My desk is not ready for a stream, so I'm like cleaning as I go, and you'll see my familiar backdrop in a few minutes there.
Do as you must. We're getting a live look at the entire process. Usually this is a Patreon exclusive, is like the setup. You know what I mean? But how are you feeling? While you clean, I'm going to make you multitask, Zach. How are you feeling? I guess just overall, how was your New Year's? You jumped in late. I haven't asked just how you're doing yet.
Yeah, I've been doing good. I don't know where to go with this, making me multitask and not even know where to even say.
Michael Scott syndrome kicking in. You started a sentence and you're trying to find yourself halfway through, brother. I know it all too well.
More or less. I mean, things are going well. I think a few people noticed I got rid of Twitter. It was just like a complete mental health drain, and I was just tired of it. And honestly, I know it sounds silly because it's just like a little device, but apps are designed to be addictive, and I was certainly falling victim to that stuff. So I got rid of that, and things have been actually a lot better. I'm not saying that was like a New Year's resolution. I started a few weeks before, if anything. But yeah, I'd say things are going pretty good.
That's what I like to hear. Take care of your mental health. Cheesy as that might sound, important to remember, friends. Marzi,
yes.
What are your thoughts? We got AOP, we got Karrion Kross, Scarlett, Paul Ellering. Go from there. I guess just talk to us. You were there live. It's always cool to get the live experience on an event.
Hey, I'm intrigued. You can definitely tell, I don't know, how smarky this crowd was, but as soon as Paul Ellering came out, the fans knew. So at least, there's some, background knowledge from the fans. I'm intrigued. I liked AOP, in NXT. Their main roster run with Drake Maverick really didn't do it for me.
I forgot about that. Oh, man, that man peed himself.
That man pissed his pants in Survivor Series, yeah.
Drake Maverick is a hero. You know what?
I love Drake Maverick, and the 24/7 stuff was great, but his AOP, it was supposed to be Paul Ellering.
Where's the photo of him? You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to find the photo of Drake Maverick in the AOP gear.
Oh, that was the funniest thing ever.
Drake Maverick AOP gear.
And I think
Don't worry, I got it. Keep talking. You're good. I'll pull it up here on screen.
Doesn't Drake Maverick in the AOP gear look like that guy who tried to join Roman and Dean at
the
Night of Champions?
Oh.
Yeah.
He looks like the Spike Dudley to Bubba Ray and Devon.
Oh, good.
That's the best way that I can put that one. He looks, and this is by no means a critique. Again, Drake Maverick, Canadian, American, North American, UKan, United Kingdoman? Kingdonian?
Sure.
I'll believe it.
I don't know.
Yeah, it works.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Like that.
What goes harder, Drake with AOP or Kurt with the Shield?
Oh my
Kurt
God.
with the Shield. You know what, man? This is by no means to disrespect what Drake is managing to accomplish here, but the only time that Kurt with the Shield is almost eclipsed is Kurt with DX.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle inserting himself into factions was a storyline that I really wanted to see. Just like when Dolph Ziggler just like decided to cosplay as everyone else for a couple of months there. That
was great. Oh, when he
Chef's
came
kiss.
out as the Undertaker, that was the
The
greatest
Dolpher
moment.
Taker.
The Dolpher Taker.
The Under
I do not
Ziggler.
remember that at all.
Cena.
What?
When was
And
that?
I'm just not going to be sitting here on Google, but I'll send over a couple of pictures here.
Yeah, no, for a few weeks. I want to say it was before he did his US thing where he retired for like a month.
Okay.
I might be wrong timeline wise, but like he just like cosplayed as everyone to prove that he was like entertaining.
It was a few years back. It's not like it was.
Yeah.
A few years back. This was right around the time that the Dolph Ziggler, FKA Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth. This was around the time that he was doing KFC commercials with Shawn Michaels.
True. Him and the Miz fighting
Okay.
as a chicken and Colonel.
I vaguely remember that, so it's.
If you only vaguely remember it, please be sure that you Google the entire, because they like feuded. I remember there were like a couple of good months that they were filming these KFC commercials before like a Raw every month or something like that, and you get the full recap. It was great. I love it. What a great time. What a time to be alive we are.
Hey, how are we doing for likes? Did we mention the goal for likes?
I did not. Oh man, I did such a bad job.
No.
Look at that. I nailed two things off the bat. I remembered to unmute the mic, Zach, and I remembered to unloop the video.
That's something.
The first time in 3 weeks I've done both of those things.
Hey, I know you like.
I closed out the year on a weak
note.
note.
Going for.
Closed the year out on a weak note. Off to a good start though. No, I didn't.
But yeah,
I'll pull up the likes. You tell what the goal is. I don't know.
Yeah,
where
if
we're
we,
at right now.
you know what, we, as everyone knows, present Quizplex champion Little Mean Kathleen will be returning on January, I believe the 18th, the second last Thursday of the month, as per usual. And at 10 likes, unless
12?
we're at 10 likes now. 12?
I don't know
12.
where we're at right now. I will let you know in. I'll let you know in 12 seconds.
Fair enough.
I'm finding out more about the AGLC.
Okay, now I'm hearing like banging cutlery. Who's banging cutlery?
That's probably over here. Mrs. Grainmaker is in project mode today. So.
Fair enough.
We are currently
You're
at
good.
4 likes, so let's
Yes.
triple that. Let's go for 12.
We hit 12 likes. We will announce one of our Quizplex challengers who will be taking on Little Mean Kathleen on January 18th. Did I upload the graphic? I think I did. I
Hope
did.
it's Marz. Only member of
I think
7
so.
to not win Quizplex.
That's true.
He said, Quizplexingly.
He's Marz, you're muted.
No, I haven't said a word.
Fair enough.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
I have no words.
Where do we want to go? I've got topics. I'm always happy to suggest topics. It was a good week in wrestling. It's been a good start to the year. Admittedly, I am still catching up on New Japan's latest programming, Wrestle Kingdom and New Year's Dash. Didn't fall asleep because of lack of enjoyment. Fell asleep because of lack of sleep and needed it at 3 a.m. So I haven't had a chance to watch all of that back yet, but so far it's been an absolute blast to tune into. It's been a really good start to 2024.
Yeah, I only caught a few matches from Wrestle Kingdom, but that Danielson Okada match was just fantastic. And like the night before, or even like hours before, getting Darby and Takeshita out there, and I'm just like, we're so lucky to have these incredible matches just on like regular television. Like, we are living in a great time.
You've already named, because I've admittedly started, and I'm going to keep up with it this year, my list of matches of the year. So those are the two of them that are already on there. What an absolute blast they were. But again, still got a lot to watch. I appreciate it. Dustin, good to see you, stud. Number one, and I know I've told you this a million times, but like, your social media is my favorite thing in the world. That Royal Rumble video you posted
terrifies
yesterday,
me.
I started laughing so hard at work. Mark Ryan, good to see you. Y'all deserve some
Mark.
viewers. This is a good show. We won't disagree with you whatsoever. So if you're tuned in, throw us a like. It helps us bump up in that all-important algorithm. Throw us a subscription and stay tuned, because this handsome gentleman, Marz the Specialist, is going to be, well, he already did, but he's also going to be on this show. Part of Triple Threat Action with the Thickness, Reed Matthews, and Taryn from Accounting as part of our watch-along here in about 20 minutes. Someone else talk. I've talked a lot.
Is that what you do best, though?
I think so. But also, I was at a hockey game last night, cheering loudly for your Sherwood Park Crusaders. 10 straight wins.
Let's go.
10 straight wins. And they've got to do them tomorrow, the CJHL updates. But currently, the 8th ranked junior hockey franchise in the Canadian Junior Hockey League. So if you got the opportunity, come out this weekend. We're taking on the Brooks Bandits at the Sherwood Park Arena on Saturday, January 13th. Look at that, man. Sneaking a cheap plug in anywhere I frickin' can.
We love the plugs.
The Rock's back, apparently.
I've heard this.
Yes.
Have you heard the news? There's a nice little thing that just casually snuck in on WWE programming.
Right?
The Rock's back, and that actually ties in nicely, Mark, because who is winning the Royal Rumble? You think Cody? I was 100% certain that it was going to be Cody up until November 24th, 2023, and now I have no idea who's going to win it. Because I personally think you could see CM Punk winning it and go after Seth Rollins that way. I think that's a real possibility. WWE wants to establish the World Heavyweight Championship as on the same level as what Roman Reigns has done. It's going to be a hard task, but you got to start somewhere, and I think that's a way to do it. So, just because WWE, and this ain't a complaint, but sometimes they like putting a hat on a hat on a hat. So, like, Rock wins the Royal Rumble to challenge Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. Like, I could see that happening too. It could go far beyond just being the head of the table stuff too, right? But I don't know.
Well, I kind of have some like long-term ideas in mind that, like, you know, they're obviously not going to happen, so I'm setting myself up for disappointment naturally. But again,
we're wrestling fans, dude. Come on,
exactly.
That's part of the job.
Last year, Cody won by last eliminating Gunther. I would repeat that very same thing, allowing Cody to go on to WrestleMania, becoming the undisputed champion. Let him hold the title for a year, and who wins next year's Royal Rumble? Gunther. Gunther wins the Royal Rumble and then he goes on to dethrone Cody at that WrestleMania. That's what I would do. But, you know, I'm just a guy in Montreal, not Stanford.
The only reason I would not want that is because I want Gunther to win any heavyweight championship like yesterday.
Fair.
That is waiting far too long, Zach. I am a selfish man here. Again, I'm a wrestling fan. I want everything right now.
Honestly, until Punk came back, I wanted Gunther to win the Rumble this year.
Fair.
So
it wouldn't be shocking. Like, I really think for me, Punk and Cody, are maybe not the clear front runners, but my clear front runners. I don't say dark horse in a bad way, but like, I think Gunther's going to carry the IC championship through. Man, I don't know when he's going to lose it is the thing. Yeah. I really don't. I think it's going to be Lesnar and Gunther at WrestleMania, and I'm going to cry. I am absolutely going to cry if that's the case. I'll be the dude in the crowd. And again, this ain't complaining. Wrestling fans showing emotion is a neat thing, but I'll be the guy, like same as when CM Punk returned. I'll be the guy in the crowd bawling, just watching two meaty men just beating the ever-loving hell out of each other.
See, I like when
I'll be memed for years, and I will be proud of it.
I like when you can go into Royal Rumble season having multiple people who could potentially win, like not just like a standout like Cody and then like thinking like, oh, or this guy could win. But like here, you're going in not knowing who could win. And either way, you could come out with 5 different people deserving of it with a story already laid out for them. So like that alone makes it really great for just storyline telling heading into the Rumble.
Completely agree with you. Who are you thinking though? I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm making all of you guys pick a winner. Feel encouraged to change as the month goes on. There's going to be more entrants, and there's going to be more people that have to win fatal 4-ways. And I hate the process of qualifying for the Royal Rumble. It's like Michael Scott declaring bankruptcy half the time. Like you just yell it and you're there.
Bankruptcy.
I declare Rumble. Like am I
in season? Apparently.
Am I in?
That works.
Mark, do you guys like Cody? Yeah. I love me some Cody Rhodes. I really, really do.
He's the best man at someone's wedding now.
You can't say that. You're not allowed to say that. I got pride and I.
Did you see the video online? Some guy had a sign at a live event and said, "Can you be the best man at my wedding, Cody?" He said, "Yes."
Unreal. I love it. Like Yeah, I think Cody Rhodes is great, both in the ring and outside of it, obviously. You see that? And then buying the entire wrestling club tickets to come and see WrestleMania. Like,
No kidding.
good dude, Cody Rhodes. Good
Love
dude,
it.
Cody Rhodes.
I feel
Firm
like
yes on that.
for me, like I think he has to win. Like, but then he had to win last year. So I mean, if you want him to beat Roman, I feel like he has to win the Rumble and continue this.
And continue to finish the story.
And continue the never-ending story.
Yeah.
I think it's Punk. I think it's Punk.
I'm
I
leaning
could
more
see that
towards
too.
Punk. Yeah, I think it might just be my recency bias because like I've conditioned myself. Like I thought and still somewhat think like I think Cody will win it if he wins it from number 1.
Yeah.
Just completely bookend what he did last year. Right.
No,
So that'd be
if,
my thought is he'd win it from number 1 if he does win it. But I don't know. I can just see again and it's working myself into a shoot here a little bit, but like I can just see them wanting to establish that that World Heavyweight Championship again as much as they can on the same level as the Universal Championship. And if the plan is Roman and Rock, which unless things go wrong, I think has to be the plan. If you're going to even tease it with Roman Reigns acknowledging The Rock, even in a small way, and laughing about it is acknowledgement. Like I think you got to deliver on that this year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the alternative is, and that opens up a whole new can of worms, is do you do it at Elimination Chamber in front of, 60,000 people there?
There's merit to that, too. I mean, like...
Put The Rock in the chamber. There's the answer. Solved it. We did it.
This will be like when Sean returned to the chamber with his brown,
the brown
tights.
pants.
No.
Why does it always come up? Zach, why does this always come up when we're together?
I don't
I
know.
don't think it says HBK fully either. It says HB or something like that. Sucks.
The brown gear.
The fact that it came
You know
up...
who never wore bad brown gear? Bret Hart.
That's true.
I'm going to add that to my list. Where is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No
You have the list.
Simpsons. No bad brown gear. Never teamed against DX. And no, we're getting too far there. Yeah, no, Mark, excuse me. I agree. Me thinking that The Rock will be in the Elimination Chamber is absolutely a facade. But I'm manifesting. That's what we're doing here in 2024. I saw a bunch of inspirational Instagram quotes at 2 a.m. on New Year's Eve. So manifesting. Do I think The Rock will wrestle at both Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania? Someone else take this one off the bat.
I think it's one or the other. And honestly, like, just because of all the wheels that are already in motion, and I know you're going to change the machine if The Rock is available, but I like the landing point that's been projected. I like the idea of Punk versus Rollins, and I like Roman versus Cody. Ticket. Jeez, wouldn't be a stream if my cat wasn't fucking shit up.
Who's Cody Ticket?
You know what I mean. Cody versus Roman. And, do the big Australian show with The Rock versus Roman Reigns. That's a hell of a main event in front of a very worthy crowd.
I agree, but the best way I can put it is like this is objectively the biggest match that Roman Reigns could have in his run as champ. Like after The Rock, what do you do? Like it's a weird way to put see, and in the nicest way, because again, we all love Cody here, but like that's a downgrade from The Rock. Man, the best way I can put it, Stone Cold Steve Austin would be a downgrade from The Rock. Just with the built-in story that you've got with the tribal chief, with the head of the table, with the championship potentially, like that's the biggest potential match that Roman Reigns could have. And if you've got the biggest potential match you could have, you do it at the biggest venue you possibly can, or the biggest event that you possibly can. That's just my thought. So I think there's a lot of merit to Rock Reigns. If he's going to do both, to be honest with you, do Rock and Cody for a number 1 contenders match. If he was doing both, and I don't think he is, but
I don't know how you would book it, but I would also set up, like, if you want to justify doing Cody after The Rock, have Roman beat The Rock at Elimination Chamber, but in
Cody
a way
gets
that
Cody
That
gets
forces-
screwed by the Miz as payback for Mania
Oh, God.
28.
No.
There we go.
I don't know. Just do Rock versus Roman at Elimination Chamber. Roman wins, but do it in a way where Solo and Jimmy just walk away from Roman after it. And then you have it justified that like now Roman is doing it alone against Cody Rhodes. The Empire has crumbled from within. Now outside forces are attacking, and that's how the Empire is destroyed. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that. I think dumb question to ask because I think I know where we all stand. Like, no chance of no one would want, I guess, a triple threat out of the thing, eh?
Roman, Rock, Cody.
Cody.
Oh.
I think that answered our question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not like triple threats or like four ways for like major titles like that. Like I feel like it is just a way to like shoehorn more people in there. And it goes for any promotion. Like when AEW does it with like a four-way match for like the All-Atlantic or whatever. I'm like,
unless it's something that makes like too much sense. Like you're talking like Shield triple threat, the 4 horsewomen, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like needs to happen stuff.
Yeah.
But won't.
Yeah, it's just when it's like you
bring
know,
up 2 matches that like never are gonna happen.
But like to do a triple threat like Rock, Roman, and Cody, it's like, well, what are we doing here? Like, come on.
That's a good shout. I wonder the
sorry,
possibility of Reigns wrestling both nights of Mania, Cody one night, Rock the other, only a week into the year. I don't know. That'd pretty well fill out his quota for 2024, though, I'd have to assume.
Man, I don't dislike the idea, but like the women's wrestling kind of got stiffed last year, like not main eventing either night of WrestleMania, and there was good cause for it. Like because
I don't think it's going to this year.
I don't think it is either. But like but
could you imagine?
And then
could you imagine
CM
CM Punk and Seth Rollins getting bumped out of a main event of WrestleMania by The Rock? Oh,
that would be the funniest thing.
Oh, just the everything. Just the oh.
Oh, Dwayne.
Booking doesn't work for me, brother. Speaking of triple threats, I'd love to see Gunther versus Lesnar versus Chad Gable. I agree, but you know what I'd want to see more than that? Gunther versus Lesnar. Like that's the best way that I can put it. When you've got the opportunity, and Blair sort of alluded there earlier, personally, I like me a singles match, unless there's the real story there. That's always the asterisk to anything. But like when you're talking about a match itself, give me a straight up singles match for a title, especially at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. Now saying that, the triple threat last year with Sheamus and Drew is my favorite match of Mania on a really good Mania. But
exception proves the rule.
That's exactly it. It's pro wrestling. It's a yes, but for everything.
Like
right?
because years back, I remember, WrestleMania 14, had the singles main event, 15 singles main event, then 16 comes along and it's a 4-way. And like, I remember my interest for that match just plummeted because it was a 4-way with a McMahon in each corner. And you're thinking, like,
big show.
Come on.
Oh, it's a big show.
Yeah.
Got a lot of love for Paul White, but man, was he sticking out like a sore thumb in that match.
That could have been The Rock versus Triple H.
Yeah.
Versus Cody.
What was he, like 16 at the time?
I don't know. I just thought it was a fun little tee-hee for me. I made me laugh, so there we go. that's really what matters. Blair, I just saw your tweet. Can we please see your neat little Eddie Kingston shirt that you're wearing?
It's a tie-dye Eddie Kingston shirt.
I like it.
Oh,
yeah.
I like that shirt.
Yeah,
it's a really neat shirt. I've got Taya Valkyrie's brand, Loca. I've got one of their tie-dye shirts from a couple of years ago as well, too. I'm not wearing that. I am wearing, cheap plug alert, our brand new merchandise for the upcoming Oil Rumble. Send me a DM or head to lovewrestling.ca/shop to purchase yours because you want to pick them up before they're gone. We've already got like 5,000 tickets gone for this thing, so we'll see you guys on January 21st.
Yeah.
It's going to be a blast. Make sure you pick your tickets up for that, not just the merchandise. Head to Ticketmaster. Again, Sunday, January 21st, the Edmonton Oil Kings taking on the Saskatoon Blades, and the best of Canadian wrestling coming your way in the warm-ups and intermissions. Man, isn't that cool? That's our next show. We are exactly 2 weeks out.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
Blair, I'm going to see you in 2.5 weeks.
I'm so excited to be back out there.
Marz, I'm going to see you this
you're
weekend.
going again.
Yeah.
You're going to see you next 3 weekends, brother.
I'm going to see you the next.
It feels like last year all over again, doesn't it?
Just putting that together. You're all good, obviously. This is, again, you're really seeing how the sausage is made as far as all of this goes. With the men's Rumble winners, any predictions for the women's Rumble winners?
Bailey.
Becky Lynch.
I would love Bailey. Oh,
I would love Bailey, but like, again, it just in the interest of the biggest possible match you can put on,
Yeah.
the biggest possible show. Like, I think you're going to get some combination of Bailey, and pending obviously injury, Bailey and Dakota Kai versus Damage Control. And then I really, really think that you're going to get Becky versus Rhea Ripley for that title. Like, again, that for me is the biggest match that you can put together. FYI, there is nothing on your merch page from what I can see. Ophelia, I can promise you that immediately following this stream and topping up my coffee, I will be heading over to the old merch page to figure out what's going on there. You guys should get some guests to the chat is active, maybe from Fightful. Welcome to our guest this week, Marz the Specialist.
Hey,
Don't disagree at all, Mark. Thank you. Always throw some feedback in the chat. Unless you're, well, you know what? Sometimes you're justified in calling me an asshole too. Becky or Bailey is my prediction, but also don't forget Jade Cargill. I don't know. I still think that Jade's going to debut in NXT first. And that by no means is a complaint, but like, man, I just think that you got to let talent over percolate. It's the same way you look at it with hockey. You want your prospects to be overripe before you bring them up, I think. And Jade Cargill is someone that they're not just looking at for this year, but looking at, I would assume, as someone for the next 10, 15 years. And I just think you start her off in NXT. Could you imagine her and Camille if that ends up falling through, man?
Please.
Oh, man.
Bring them in as a tag team. Camille and Jade Cargill. Like, come on. I see it. Join me in the agenda.
There's a portmanteau there somewhere that we have to find eventually, Zach.
Camille? No, that's awful.
That is really, really awful.
Carmel.
Boy, that probably couldn't be any worse if you want my honest answer.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No, I've earned it. And we got
okay.
one more like until the Quizplex. He said,
"Hey, beauty!"
Revealed. He said, changing the subject.
Let's get one more in there. Let's get a Quizplex reveal done. Let's tune into some triple threat action, and let's continue to chat some professional wrestling here for about the next 20 minutes. Yeah, we're pumped
jacked up.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost my notes. I was updating my Sean versus Brett.
Yeah.
Also, quick shout outs as well, because I want to just finish up here on sort of the Canadian end of things. As I burp my way through that sentence. Money in the Bank in Toronto this year.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Real excited for that one. Toronto's just a very, very cool. Any Canadian city really is a cool place to check out a pay-per-view. But for me, there's just something about going out to Toronto. Personally, I love going out there. The vibes are always immaculate, to use the words that the kids are saying nowadays. I believe. Exactly. And not only are you getting Money in the Bank, but you're getting not NXT TakeOver. I think it's NXT Revolution or whatever they're calling it. NXT's PLE, and we're also getting a SmackDown that Friday night as well too. So real excited on that end of things. Tying that one back in as well too to the Vancouver show and over to Toronto. Head over to Love Wrestling's YouTube channel. Oh wait, you're already here. Tune in, continue to tune in following this edition of the Brunch Gimmick. Check out my exclusive interview with Chelsea Green, talking about how she wants to win the Money in the Bank. That's her 2024 goal. A neat little 2024 goal, I think. And to be honest with you, and let's just be blunt, you all know where my bias lies as far as that goes. But like, as far as perfect people for a Money in the Bank contract, like, who else really fits that vibe? You know what I mean? I love that, like, sort of, man, it's just such a smarmy, douchey heel thing. And that's the perfect vibe. Like Chelsea Green with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Again, just former tag partner. Tie it back to Carmella's run with the briefcase. So much fun. And I think you'd get a lot of a similar vibe there. And maybe you'll get someone who doesn't cash it in on the same goddamn night as the show again.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
I love it when it happens effectively, and I
Yeah.
don't think they've been bad cash-ins, but I think it's become a trope at this point.
The
That
one
it's just going to happen the same night or the like. If I remember
And
right,
after.
Nikki ASH is the second longest women's Money in the Bank holder,
I know
and it was
Nikki
less
ASH
than 24 hours.
It would be
Liv
number
Morgan
one
was night
Carmella.
Yeah, Liv
I think number
Morgan
two
was
is
night
Io.
up. Bailey was night up. Io, there you go. So
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
I
So
mean-
then it would be Nikki ASH would be third then.
Yeah.
And I just
Her
don't
and
like the
Austin
point that it's
technically.
gotten to be like a trope.
The one I really liked that was day of was when Ambrose cashed in. I thought that one worked very well considering the storyline, but like for the most part, I like to have a bit of a reign with the briefcases just to build it up more, build the
I do
wrestlers
too.
up a little bit more.
I agree.
What was cool about that one is every member of the Shield held the title that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, Blair. That's a great shout.
And it led to the vaunted triple threat Shield match at
That's-
Battleground.
I think I have that DVD.
And again,
somewhere.
really good match, but like that's just why that is one of the biggest possible matches that they had in their arsenal.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
again, really great match. I just don't understand why you would never do that at WrestleMania.
With
Mark,
the general
echoing your
managers
point there, look at
ringside.
that. Great minds think alike. Dean Ambrose was a great cash, and I really loved it. Think Cody should win Money in the Bank? No. I like Money in the Bank being used for people who like are still on the come up in a lot of ways. Like even Io, a lot of these people have proven themselves over the last year. But like Io, utilizing that Money in the Bank briefcase to become the women's champion, like that took her to another level. And I think Cody's already at
Austin
level.
Theory? Of course.
Totally forgot about Austin Theory.
Oh, we're back to square one.
Yep.
It's okay. We would never actually kick you guys out. Zach,
No, I
we're
can't-
42 minutes into the stream. We've got a 14-minute match, and we've got some plugs at the end of the show. So now would be a very appropriate time for a Quizplex announcement if we've hit our likes goal.
Have we hit our likes goal? Let me check.
I don't know. I
We
don't
are
know if we
one
have.
away. We are one away.
Come on.
Oh,
Somebody throw us a
come on,
Quizplex
people.
like.
Go
I
on
know
your
who's
alt,
wrestling
go on your alt
Little
account.
Mean Kathleen, proverbially, in a battle of mental trivia.
Again, Little Mean Kathleen, who was not even a part of last month's game, somehow was the champion of last month's game.
What's happened to our cute little game show?
We are
What's happened? What's happened to our adorable little game show where we used to simply ask questions and get answers, 4 points?
oh,
We're taking
man.
bribes on air now, like whatever.
Hey, the bribes go to charity. We can
That's
tell
true.
ourselves this.
Bribes
so-
do go to charity, but I also do think that we need to stress that like we have been bribed for winners on Quizplex before,
Oh, 100%. I make no bones about that.
as recently
I-
as last month.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Sullivan pretty much purchased a victory, a guaranteed victory for Little Mean Kathleen. Someone else made a huge donation. That means I'm going to get some Diamond Mine pants from Sway Archer. I'm going to be a
Oh,
member of
that's
the Diamond
right.
Mine.
Oh my God, Marz, you got to tell Marz the story. There we go. That's what
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what we'll give. This story has earned a like. I will give you that preemptively.
Oh yeah, essentially, like again, like I forget how the incentive came about, but again, Sway Archer, one of our contestants, incredible wrestler and also a very, very talented gear maker who's worked with just about everyone. He had some unclaimed Diamond Mine pants for someone of my size, so I'm guessing they were Malcolm Bivens pants. And
No, they were like they were straight up. They were Stokely Hathaway's Diamond Mine pants.
Stokely Hathaway's Diamond Mine pants, and we said if we get another $100 donation, which we did, he would give me the pants under the condition that I have to wear them at every IWS show here in Montreal going forward, and I will honor this. I will wear my Malcolm Bivens Stokely Hathaway Diamond Mine pants with pride at IWS shows going forward.
I also want to say now I am very confident in my ability as a ring announcer. I am. I think I'm really good at what I do, you guys. I am never going to be as good as Stokely Hathaway introducing Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale the other night. It's unbelievable.
Well, likes.
Hey, there we go. Told you it was a good story. Malcolm Bivens, thank you for being the draw. And more respectfully to your current role, we just have to. It's the Diamond Mine pants. What else can you do? Stokely Hathaway, thank you for being the draw.
I promise to not only wear it for IWS, I will debut the pants on Love Wrestling in your.
I was going to say no, and next time you're in Edmonton, like, come on.
Oh,
those are. We have created a brotherhood of the traveling Diamond Mine pants.
With that,
anyways, let's get to some triple threat action. There we go.
Yes.
Awkward transitions? Us? Absolutely not.
13 likes. Look at us go. We will reveal the Quizplex contestant after the triple threat match. I imagine
that I had downloaded. I just need to find on the old.
Oh, no.
Where did I put it? Oh, it's fine. I'll find it somewhere. It's somewhere, not right here. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
Now I've got to vamp because I don't want to watch the YouTube version because lots of love to the YouTube version, but it's just it makes you watch the advertisements.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, but
and
that's how we got the fable of Reed Matthews.
Mitsubishi.
Oh, I was so glad when you guys played off of that.
He does have to fight a Mitsubishi. We also at some point need to have the Canadian Goose and Eli Surge wrestle.
But then Goose isn't real.
And that's the debate, you see.
What about Stephen Crow?
That could be fun.
Ooh.
Why won't you download? Oh, fine. I'll just play you on YouTube. Yeah. You silly little match.
Mitsubishi.
You silly little match here. All right. Sorry for the delay, friends. This is what they call the technical times, the technical difficulties, so to speak.
Well,
I'm trying my best and having fun. What was that?
While you're doing the technical difficulties, let's do the reveal just a little bit early then.
Hey, we hit 12, didn't we? We were aiming for 12.
Yeah, we hit 13 at this point. So yeah,
nice.
With that in mind, who will be challenging Little Mean Kathleen on January 18th? Spencer, you mentioned Marz. You mentioned how cool it would be if Marz was part of the show. Well, I got news for you, pal. Challenging LMK.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Marz the Specialist will be one of the challengers facing Little Mean Kathleen on Quizplex in support of the Native American Rights Fund. Join us. Quizplex is always a lot of fun. And if you want to see Marz win, again, just throw us a couple bucks during the stream and buy him some points.
Guys, bribe for me. Do it.
See, I said it earlier. That's what they call a breadcrumb.
This is the most terrified I've ever been in my whole life. I am known in my friend group as the Wrestling Encyclopedia, and if I don't follow through, I will be made a joke. So,
I believe in you, Marz. I believe.
Zach, I'm gonna full screen this. So excuse the fact that you will be monitoring the chat here for the next couple of minutes.
Yeah,
the next actually 14 minutes and 52 seconds. If you want my
that's advertisements.
Real blunt answer. Oh, sick. StreamYard. Shout out to you. This isn't even a sponsored post, but they have adjusted so that when I hit full screen here on YouTube, it doesn't muck with my screen. I can still see the chat. That being said, I'm still trying to figure out the volume. We'll get there. See? There you go. Yeah, I can't hear it. I know. I'm getting there. To apologize for insulting the brunch show today, I will be assisting in bribing for Marz this month. Ophelia Payne, you're a heck of a human being, friend.
I won't even mask my bribing. I'm going for Marz. Got to support the Short King.
Speaking of Short King, that's me.
Yeah.
You're off to a great start. And again, LMK is the person who defeated Jack Pride on Quizplex. So
a measure of revenge.
So this is personal.
There you go.
Are you just coming to watch some triple threat action with us? Who do you think will be winning the Royal Rumble this year?
The thickness
thank you for kisses. Down, please.
Oh, no.
This is not a sponsored post, but thank you for watching the advertisement.
Oh, Bro Hockey Life. Okay.
Get YouTube without the ads. No thanks.
Hey, I know this guy.
Hey,
And it's you.
Mars.
Shirt proving to be correct. What with Marz currently being here, very much alive.
Very much alive.
A
Crazy
live human
concept.
being, Marz the Specialist.
Look at that short king.
Oh, the
I'm always
Marz bars. It was always nice when you brought the mini ones, because then I wasn't as hungry at shows.
Hey,
I never got like the foot long Mars bar. I always asked, but you always gave it away before you got to the ring.
Hey,
It's
you know what? Between you and me, there's no Jack Pride here right now. You know he don't like them, so you know.
Yes, Dustin, it was. This was from the first ever edition of LPW's collaboration events there with the Clandestine Wrestling Society. Our next one coming up on January 25th, 2024. It's the Thursday before LPW 22. We've got the first ever defense of the Championship of Salvation, opponents to be announced, and obviously everything in between. So make sure you're staying tuned to the Clandestine Wrestling Society's social media. Lots of S's in that sentence. Like, what else am I supposed? It was hard. It was a hard sentence to say. Thankfully, I'm a professional. Marz has heard me rap 90% of the alphabet aerobics. It just gets hard once you get to like W.
Yeah, that and the poke you're at.
Yes, I'll bust that out at a show one of these days. That's what we'll do. If we ever get $1,000 super chat, I will prep the poker rap for next week. Well, $1,000 for profit super chat. Love charity, and I'll put a portion of that towards it. But I want to make some money for my rap skills. And that's said with a Z at the end, so you know it's hip.
Oh, just like yeah.
Yeah, like rap skills. Not rap skills.
oh,
Don't worry, friends. It's a new year, new me, but I'm still the same cool-ass individual you knew through the last couple of years.
Yeah.
He said, jokingly. I've never been cool. Hi, Rip.
I love how we all just jumped to Spencer's defense through that self-deprecation. Hi, Rip. Mirror match.
That's me and me.
Thank you also for making my job very easy when I was editing this match by getting me a good thumbnail right off the bat.
Fireman meme.
That was the intention, I'm sure, when the match was
Yeah.
getting organized.
Do it for the thumbnail. Since we're showing off pets.
Man, TFA is so good.
Agreed.
One half of your LPW tag team champions. I should also mention that. Put some respect on that name. It's pretty cool now, to be honest, just personally, that we've got people that are like multi-championship holders with Love Pro, whether you look at Larry, whether you look at TFA. Obviously, MRB's carried the Grand Championship twice now, despite how that sort of came about last month. But it's pretty neat. We're going to be 3 years old this year.
Damn, it's older than me.
It is older than you. And taller.
You're like a day over 18 months.
Hi, Rue.
I'm excited to. I'm always excited when I join Brunch Gimmick and we're watching an LPW, a CWS show, because again, like I've seen everything from LPW, but I haven't caught all these shows yet.
I really enjoy these, and I know I've beat it over the head multiple times, so I'll keep her short-winded, as per unusual. But, like, they're just such a different vibe than our Friday shows in the best of ways. Like, the Friday shows are big, bombastic, spectacular events, and these are also spectacular, but in a very much, like, I love watching people try new stuff or learn new things in the ring. The whole process of everything is real cool for me, so, like, getting to see stuff like this is fantastic. Like, this led into, spoiler alert, this led into a document on a pole match the next show. Like,
No, and the tax. No, it was the
No, it
next
was
show
the
was
tax
the
evasion
Marz the Tax
segment.
Specialist and Short Kings versus Clandestine, and the show after was a tax.
There you go. But again, that just again makes the point for me, and that like it's such a different but such a cool vibe to them. So if you've got the chance, and Dustin, you put it better than I ever could. So thank you, my friend. If you've got the chance, it's the best $10 you can spend on a Thursday night in Edmonton. It literally is the most inexpensive wrestling ticket you can find in YEG. So come out and support if you got the opportunity. If you're wanting a little tester of love pro wrestling, you want to come out and maybe before committing to the Friday night shows and the longer events, come and check out a Thursday. Because I think we proved that we're pretty neat. Excuse my language.
You get to see the matches that you wouldn't have the chance to see on the Friday nights because you have more people on those shows.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Oh, Zach, he disagreed so hard with you that he left.
He went from not dead ever to dead ever.
That's okay, though. Oh, this was fun.
I got it.
I love these matches, man. I really do. And you and Marz have such good chemistry.
Okay.
Come on, that slipped in so well. That was nice. That was subtle. That was a gooder.
that was nice and subtle.
I'm pretty happy with that one.
There's always one at least a day, I swear to God.
Oh, man, the joke was good enough. We got Zach back.
Oh, you're so funny, Zach. You know what? I'll come.
That's exactly it. We more than made up for it. Friends, thank you for tuning in. This is Triple Threat Action from Love Pro Wrestling's first collaboration event with the Clandestine Wrestling Society. You can find all of these events on patreon.com/lovewrestlingca. But if you head over to IWTV, that's independentwrestling.tv, you can find a couple of these. I'm starting to throw a few of them up there just so people can get a taste of what we're bringing out here on Thursday nights in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We'll also have all of our flagship events up there because easily accessible, quickly provided, and high-quality footage is essential, in my opinion. I'm damn proud that we give that. You are too, right, Rip? I don't know why you're panting. It's not that warm in here. It's literally the coldest day Edmonton's had for winter. Hi.
Yeah, we finally got got a good snowfall here in Montreal overnight.
Yeah, we've been slowly slipping into winter here for the last couple of days.
I flew in from Vancouver and there was snow. I was pissed.
Yeah. As someone who works outside, I hate this time of year.
Sorry that these block your face, Marz. One of these days we'll get a layout going. I like this. Today there have been 39 matches on the LPW CWS shows, and I've seen the debuts of Jared Rogers, Will Mantla, Riley Rose had her first Love Pro Wrestling appearance on the Thursday night shows as well too. So, yeah, please check them out. We're bringing, Marz the Tax Specialist as well too. Fake News Neville. Oh, Ken, thank you for tuning in. Do you have merch? Jeez, Marz. Why do you do the things you do sometimes? Do you have merch? Yes, we do. So if you want to send me a DM, because Ophelia actually about half an hour ago raised that some of it maybe hadn't appeared on our wrestling site yet. So I've got to fix that. But if you want to send me a DM, I'm at Spenny Love, or you can send us a DM to our Love Wrestling CA X account, or any of our accounts, really. And I can send you over some photos and pricing if you'd like, Ken.
What do you mean?
He said the thing!
I unironically, Dustin, I know you're watching. I unironically have saved that photo of that shirt design you made, and I've been thinking about it way too much.
You know, Marz, I will give you some advice, not for a free plug for anybody, but there is a store or a couple of stores in West Edmonton Mall that will do, if you're okay with just like paying like $20 for one shirt, but they'll do up like a mock-up of one shirt for you. You want to see how they look first. I've done that with a couple.
Okay.
And if they want to plug, they can sponsor us. Send us a DM. I'll plug StreamYard for free because they keep doing better, and also they have the best like headphone checking music in the game today. They've still got their holiday season one going. And I'm not going to lie. I have been late for streams because I wanted to jam till the end of the song. And both Zach and Blair can vouch for that. Marz can probably vouch for that. If y'all are tuned in here still, thank you once again. Feel free to throw us a like. It bumps us up in the algorithm. These stay on YouTube, obviously, for sure. For anybody tuning in post-live stream, we'd really encourage you to throw some love. You saw that
You
pun
get
coming.
it? Do you get it? His last name's Love, and the show's called Love.
It's like that
Get it?
Captain America. I have to tell them I understood the reference. Boof.
Boop. Boop.
Another boof.
Boop.
A third boof. It's actually funny because you can hear Marz saying that exact thing in the ring. It's like, I don't know. I'm sure, Zach, you're a big Star Wars guy. I don't know if either of the two of you are, but I'm sure you've all heard the story of, like, they used to have to do retakes with Ewan McGregor because he would be making the Star Wars lightsaber sounds while they were filming. And they would be picking them up on camera, so they would have to retake scenes.
I respect
Yeah,
that.
but how can you not? Like, if I pick up a cardboard tube anywhere, I am making lightsaber sounds. Anywhere. If I was in court for whatever reason and they handed me a cardboard tube, like,
Oh, y'all want to see a dead body? Give it like 1 minute.
Oh, you die here?
I was gonna say that's a weird transition.
Going from not dead yet to dead now.
And a huge shout out as well, too, because Dustin's in the chat here. Like, obviously, want to put over the camera work that both him and Gavin take care of here for Love Pro Wrestling. And the production work Dustin for Love Pro. Oh, yeah, I remember this. This was Dead Body. Oh, yeah, this was Dead Body stuff.
Oh, boy.
There's a common trend at Love shows where Marz just fucking dies.
You're not wrong. Like, you were the first person I ever saw get, like, thrown onto that cement block. And
People don't like me for some reason. I don't get it.
Oh!
Yeah, that's me.
German suplex. Jeez.
You wondering how I got here?
Record scratch, freeze frame.
Oh. Number cruncher.
Damn it, I still take the pin. God damn it.
And thank you for tuning in. Enjoy your nap. To be honest with you, I'll be doing the same here on my Sunday afternoon. Thanks for tuning in, friend. Hope to see you next week. We are live here for the Brunch Gimmick every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And look at that. It's not only your winner of the contest, Taryn from Accounting, but it is LPW Official of the Year, Mike the Fitzpatrick.
An honorary short king that man is.
Sorry, my computer is lagging a little for that comment there. Now, if you have the opportunity to tune in as well, because I know this is a watch along, it's designed for us to be chatting over. But if you tune in on Patreon or you ever tune in to any of the Love Pro Wrestling events, huge shout out to Big Bad Boris for this match specifically. Huge shout out to Michael Richard Blaze hopping on commentary. But I firmly believe that we've got Big Bad Boris, the best in the game, behind the mic for us. Lots of bees in that one as well, too. Stay tuned for some commentary announcements coming up as well. Closing this.
Great match.
Great tilt.
Appreciate it.
Great tilt.
Yeah.
And as mentioned, if you guys head over to Patreon, you will be able to watch the next month's Clandestine Society event featuring the Love Pro Wrestling debut of Marz the Specialist. Twas a blast. And 'twas a blast having you. Thanks for joining us, Marzi.
Of course.
Yeah.
I always love when guests like not just hop on for the watch along portion of it. Thanks for hopping on for some wrestling chat this AM.
Hey, whenever I come on for the long haul, I find so.
You're a marathon guy. You're the Iron Man.
I lost that match, but okay.
That's fair. People want to find you because you're also on social media. It's the best way I can put it. I tried to transition that well. It didn't. But you are. Where can the people find you? Where can the people tune into your matches? Keep up to date with the latest and greatest from Marz the Specialist.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find me at Marz Specialist on Twitter and Instagram. If you're looking for me live, you can find me at this place in Edmonton. I don't know what it's called. It has the Oil Kings there.
In 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Couple weeks?
21st? Yeah.
21st.
Yeah, Edmonton Oil Kings game. The Oil Rumble, that's the event, I believe?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. You can find me there. And then the Clandestine show, end of the month, last Thursday, every month. Last Friday, every month, the Love Wrestling show. You can see me there doing what I do best, winning. So.
Hell yeah, friend. Thank you once again for hopping on. It's good to see you. Stick around, obviously. Blair, if you want to find out where to follow these guys, if you don't follow them on socials already, I'd be surprised, but hey, why not? Blair, where can the people find you on the Grainmaker Wrestling Podcast here in the next little bit?
Well, you can find me every weekend doing 4 Exposure here on Love Wrestling with my good friend Pluggo as we take a look at the world of independent wrestling. So we'll be back next Saturday doing that. Besides that, you can find me on all social media at Grainmaker Pod. Dropping this week is a podcast with Cavron Canyon, trained by AR Fox. The way this guy moves for his size is unbelievable, like next level stuff. So excited to share his story, and just stay tuned for more great stuff on Grainmaker, Love Wrestling, all of that.
And Zachariah Ralphus, where can the people find you? I gotta We gotta find something else. There's already a Ralphus in wrestling, and in the nicest of ways, you guys are two very different individuals.
Oh yeah. Those are big shoes to fill, and I'm not ready to take Ralphus's stature. You can follow me
a crop
on
top for your birthday.
Thank you.
Maybe a Jared Rogers one.
One of these days, Blair, like we'll put up again. It's like the $1,000 incentive for the poker wrap. One of these days, unless you just put it up yourself and get ahead of the story. $500 donation. $500 donation there on Quizplex for charity one of these days, and we'll showcase the real attractive Blair Pacheco, Jared Rogers crop top.
If I ever am a contestant on Quizplex, that is what I will wear.
Oh man,
as you should.
As you should. So sorry, Zach. I've completely
no, not at all. That was a worthy sequitur. Absolutely. Follow me over on Instagram and Threads at smart.mouth. You can catch me again January 18th for Quizplex. I'll be hosting where Little Mean Kathleen defends the crown against Marz the Specialist and another competitor to be announced. You can also catch me tonight, actually, on Love Wrestling over on our Twitch channel. Yeah, we still have a Twitch channel. We're
doing that tonight.
Yeah, we don't use it so much
I might
anymore.
be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find some people who want to play some Jackbox, and if not, we'll find another video game to play over there. So
consider me a tentative yes. Consider me not like a real. I would love to be there as long as the dog's good to go. Then I'm good to go.
Sure.
Oh, that sounds fun. Look at the good content that we've got here over on Love Wrestling CA.
Blowing Off stream is back,
baby.
And if not, I'll do some curtain jerked.
There we go. There we go. Friends, thank you once again for tuning in. I know I've said it, and I know the other guys here have said it multiple times throughout this stream, but it means a lot. There's a ton of wrestling programming out there on YouTube, Twitch, and anywhere in between. The fact you take an hour for us today, or the fact that you take time for us throughout the week to spend a little time chatting wrestling means a lot. So if you want to follow us wherever podcasts are played, videos are viewed, or awesome content's created by awesome people, follow us at Love Wrestling CA. As Marz mentioned, our next event is Sunday, January 21st, starting at 3:00 p.m. First match will be taking place right after doors open at Rogers Place as we host the first indie event at the home of the Edmonton Oil Kings, the Edmonton Oilers. Venues that you can possibly run here, not just in Edmonton, but I would say in North America. So check that out. Tickets are available on Ticketmaster for those specifically. But if you want to pick them up for the rest of our events at the end of the month, LPW times TWS number 10. And I don't know about you, LPW 22. Head to Tixr, TIXR.com. You can pick everything up there if you just hit a / and a Love Wrestling at the end of that. But once again, friends, thank you for tuning into the Brunch Gimmick. We're going to be back next week at the same bat time, same bat channel, 1 p.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. Mountain. But feel free to follow us. In fact, I would encourage you to throw us a like, throw us a subscription, because we've got lots of great content coming out here live, pre-recorded, and everything in between on youtube.com/Love Wrestling CA. For Marz the Tax Specialist, for Blair Pacheco. I was going to call you Grainmaker, but I can't steal your gimmick.
That's okay.
Love you, Max.
Mr.
For Blair
Grainmaker.
Pacheco and for Zach Ralph, I'm Spencer Love. Thank you for tuning here to the Brunch Gimmick. See you on the next one.